Stoke take on struggling Chelsea this Saturday, 7th of their Premier League fixture. Joining us right now to run through the match is betting expert Nigel Seeley. Now, Chelsea are down in 15th and they've lost their Premier League match to rivals Liverpool, a staggering 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. They did, however, bounce back with a midweek Champions League win, 2-1 playing Dynamo Kiev. Obviously, Jose Mourinho will not be attending due to a stadium ban, and he hopes that he will actually inspire players. Should we play their win 2.05 Bet365?
It's a difficult one, Natalie. I think it's too short, 2.05. I still think Chelsea are a team to oppose. They're turning it around, aren't they? They've looked a lot better. Mourinho looked like a man under huge pressure a couple of weeks ago, and the ovation he got from the Chelsea support suggests that he's a man who's loved there and not going anywhere. I wouldn't back him at 2.05 because I think a trip to Stoke is a tough task anyway. You've got to remember them. You've spoken about a couple of the matches there in recent weeks, but a fortnight ago they played in the Capital One Cup and it was a 1-1 draw. Stoke went through on penalty shootout. So I would have backed 2.05. I think Mourinho not being in the dugout's a big influence. I think his Chelsea side has still got some way to go. I think this might be a draw. I think if you look at the draw market, I think that's going to be a decent bet for me. And I just don't think there's going to be many goals. I mean, Stoke, we all know what they're about. Mark Hughes, a former Chelsea player as well, he'll be up for this match. And I think this could be a very low-scoring draw.
Yeah. Well, because I was going to ask you, so Chelsea do have one of the worst defences in the league, 22 goals conceded, 12 on the road. But then Stoke have the lowest goal score record in the league. So how do you think this interprets in terms of goals? Do you think we should back the under in this match?
Well, I mean, I think if you look at all the stats on both these sides, one of them is pro goals and one of them is against goals. If you look at both teams have scored in 8 of the last 10 Chelsea games. And in Stoke games, under 2.5 goals has been a winner in 6 of the last 7 games. So it's a real difficult one to call. I think Chelsea will go back to winning, grinding out results. I think you see Mourinho when they won the title last season, they went through a stage of winning games 1-0. And that's the kind of performance I think here. I'm all over under 2.5 goals. I think under 2.5 goals is a decent bet. And at a big price, I wouldn't rule out no goal scorer. I think this could be a 0-0 draw. Under 2.5 goals, certainly the bet for me.
Okay, so under 2.5 goals there, 1.78 bet Victor. Nigel, thank you for joining us.